Hey, what's going on, people? Wanted to give y'all guys a quick video and show y'all what I got going on. So I painted this house last year, and the homeowners just got a new not a property management company, but a new HOA. So the HOA didn't really approve of the color that they had. And it's been at least about 6 months since they reached out to them and made them have to change the color. Sucks for them, but good for me. So I went over and I'm surprised they even approved this color, but they did. So started out, got my little nephew with me. He's not a painter or nothing. He just always call and, hey, you got some work I can come help with? I usually say no, but this job was pretty close to him, so I went ahead and got him. So he was just there helping just hold the ladder for the most part. Right here, a whole bunch of wasp nests. I got stung, actually. You'll see it. So I got that going on. It was kind of, it's really hot out there, like really hot. So I was trying to work fast. Ended up taking a little longer than I expected, but got it done anyway. All I was doing was just repainting all the trim, gutters, and shutters. Everything else was, they didn't say anything, just mostly just the trim that they needed to change out. First trim color, and it's kind of my fault too, because I was the one who picked the color. Like this job here, I had full creative. I chose all the colors, so then again, that's my fault, but it was approved earlier and they paid me, so it's all good. But now I have to change it all out. That's the thing with the HOAs. You always have to, even though you own the house, you still gotta follow a certain precedent when it comes to, I guess, the community. But it was cool. I was so high up there, like, I really didn't need him to hold the ladder, but he was doing it anyway, halfway doing it. Like, he on his phone. For the most part, listening to music. You know how the young kids are these days. They can't go nowhere without their telephones. Not like how when we was younger. But, for the most part, it would feel good to at least have somebody, even though, I'm still doing all the work and stuff, but at least you had a companion to talk to every now and again. So, big ups to him for that. He's excellent at cleaning up. I didn't use no drop cloths and nothing because I was pretty careful with it. And, for the most part, I think they replacing the roof anyways. So, but, I was careful. It was barely any spills or drips that needed to be cleaned up anyways. So we was good on that. But that ladder, they could go up to like 32 feet. That ladder so heavy. Doing this kind of jobs with that ladder, you don't even really have to go to the gym afterwards, because this definitely your workout for the day, or however many days you're gonna be there. It would have been easier to take off not easier, but it would have been better to take off the gutters and spray them, but they didn't want anything sprayed. They wanted everything hand painted. They got good landscaping all around the house, well, in the front of the house mostly, so you had to cover up all of that as well. So I just rather hand paint it. It might take a little longer, but I won't be liable for anything, and it'll be less clean up on my part. So I did it that way. Doing it downspouts. So I don't know how that works as far as if your HOA company changes. I thought it's all pretty much the same, but it's pretty good. I just didn't get it. I thought the color that I used first was perfect. I loved it. I picked it and I put it on the first time. And when I posted the photos of the house, everybody was loving it. You know, people was like, "Oh man, that's good. Looks good. It's great. You did a great job," and stuff like that. But then, you know, here we are, almost a year later, and I have to change it. Whew, that's crazy. All I'm doing here is just painting the downspouts already. Well, on one side of the field. You see my little nephew right there? He ain't doing nothing. He just on his phone. I don't know what he doing. He a crazy young man. Sometimes it's hard to know what he got going on. But it's fine. But yeah, like I was saying about the HOA, make sure whenever you're about to get your house painted and you have a HOA, make sure whenever you choose your color that it is one of the approved colors that they let you get. If not, then you'll be doing it twice. If you go ahead and get it painted, you'll be painting it again. You know what I mean? That's unnecessary money that you need to spend. I mean, unless you really just like to change the color of your house multiple times over the course of years, rather than, you know, every 5 to 10 years. This one was tough. Look how close the airplane is. Really close to Bush. I think it was Bush Airport. Really close to there. Earlier, I used to always, you know, do work over that side, but I don't do any work on that side anymore. I try to focus on Fort Bend County, so like Sugar Land, Richmond, Missouri City, places like that, and Katy. That's mostly where I do all my work. But like I said, I feel kind of, you know, like it was kind of my fault, even though it's been months after I even painted the house. So I came over and redid it for him. But yeah, this is super far. You know, gas prices are extremely high now. It was costing me $20 a day just to go over there and come back. If you think about it, it cost me $20 a day to go and come back just to do that painting. So this is one of them jobs where you be like, man, you really gotta charge enough money to be able to finish the job, but you also gotta realize that you can't be there for a whole lot of days. You have to go in there and get it done efficiently as you can. Right here is pretty easy because the way the roof was made is not on the big steep pitch. You can get up there and do the second floor up there, the shutters and all the trimming up there, you know, without a ladder. But this pitch up there, you definitely got to use a ladder. It's like probably like 30, 40 feet up in the air. But it didn't take me no time at all, especially painting it by myself, which I like to do nowadays. Get everything taken care of. And I don't know about my business. Go to the next one, you know. Have another job lined up and take care of it. But like I said, he was real close, so I brought him along. You gotta earn him a little bit of money on it, even though, you know, that's not what he does. He's a school kid, but everybody likes to earn something, whether it's 50 or $100 just to even get out the house. I understand it. the house looked good. It looked real good. All the neighbors was coming by, and a couple people just driving through. See me out there working. They asked for a card, a website. I mean, I told them front up that I don't service this area. Like I said, anymore. I just doing this because he was getting violations from the HOA. But if I know somebody who do this type of work in your area, I definitely refer them to you. But I don't paint in this area anymore. It is too far from where I live. Getting closer here. The other side of the house, there's a lot of wasp nests around there. All I did was take it took me there one time to get started, when I first started, and after that I just took the paint stick, like the real long paint extender, and just knocked all the wasp nests down. And whenever I saw one flying around, I'd like swing at it like a karate chop or something, and then I'd go around. So I had to chill for a little bit, maybe like a minute or two, and all of them populated somewhere else. Because getting stung while you that up high, some people will be panicking and you fall off there. That's it. You got some bones broken. You can crack your skull or something. Something I can't get jiggy with for the most part. I'm not trying to hurt myself when I do a job, especially a two-story job. The first thing is safety, so try to do the job the safest way as possible, and before it can look good for somebody. But this is, you paint one house, then you pretty much got the experience to paint another house, because nowadays these houses all look the same for the most part, built with mostly the same material, got the same layout and stuff like that. So you do one, you've done them all. Now the older houses, those are the more trickier ones. They all the material they used back then was good, but they a little tricky. There's a lot more prep to go with it. You gotta do a lot of prep on these old houses, and you better hope that there's no lead painting in any of the houses that you paint, because then that's a whole nother story. But this one was built fairly new house. I want to say it was built in 2011, so a little under, 11-year-old house. When I first painted it, the only thing we had to do, of course, was power wash it, and then put a little caulking here and there. There was no wood rot, nothing like that. It was all good. So it was pretty easy. We used emerald urethane, well, not emerald urethane, but emerald rain refresher the first go around on the siding and a trimming. And that was back when it first came out. Emerald rain refresher, like for the regular homeowners, it was like $100 a gallon. But I got it for much cheaper back then. But now everything's going up. It's real expensive now. So, but the color that he chose was a behr color. He sent me a picture, and so I just went and got it in behr, and that's what we used for this one. I mean, it's still emerald urethane on the siding, but the trim just got a different paint. And the first time it was satin. Now it's just a flat paint. I don't know. I usually like satin or semi on the trim, but this is what the customer chose. And you know what they say about the golden rule: whoever has to go makes the rules. But overall, it was a pretty cool little project, even though it was hot and it was high. You gotta climb. But it was pretty cool. They liked it, even though it's a change, and everything turned out fine. looks good, and he no longer have the HOA to come and bother him about the color of his own house. So, y'all have a good one. Hope y'all enjoyed the video and liked it, liked the house. If you need something like this done, give me a call or fill out a website information, and I'll come and give you an estimate.